This conference will now be recorded.
Dear students, last class I explained the different types of channel bottom slopes in open channels. Last class we discussed the critical slope channel bottom, mild slope channel bottom, steep slope channel bottom, horizontal slope channel bottom, and adverse slope channel bottom in open channels. The first one is critical slope channel bottom. If the slope of the channel bottom S0 is equal to the slope of the critical water surface SC, then we call the channel bottom slope as critical slope. In the critical slope channel bottom, the normal depth Yn is equal to Yc. I explained in the last class, if the channel bottom slope is critical, we indicate that channel bottom slope with symbol C. C is the symbol for the critical slope channel bottom. In the critical slope channel bottom, the slope S0 is equal to slope SC, and the normal depth of flow Yn is equal to the critical depth of flow Yc. The second one is mild slope channel bottom. The channel bottom is considered as mild slope if the channel bottom slope S0 is less than the critical water surface slope SC. S0 less than SC, we call that channel bottom slope as mild slope. The mild slope channel bottom indicated by the symbol M. In the mild slope channel bottom, the normal depth of flow is more than the critical depth of flow Yc. The third one is steep flow. The steep slope. In the steep slope, the channel bottom slope S0 is greater than the critical water surface slope SC. S0 greater than SC, then we call the channel bottom slope as steep slope. The steep slope channel bottom indicated by the symbol S. In the steep slope channel bottom, the normal depth Yn is less than the critical depth Yc. The fourth one is horizontal slope. If the channel bottom is horizontal, we call that channel bottom as horizontal slope channel bottom. The symbol H is used to indicate the horizontal slope channel bottom. In that horizontal slope channel bottom, S0 is equal to 0, and in the horizontal slope channel bottom, the normal depth Yn is infinity. The last one is adverse slope. The adverse slope is rising in the direction of water flow. If the channel bottom slope is a rising bottom slope in the direction of water flow, we call that channel bottom as adverse slope. The adverse slope channel bottom indicated by the symbol A, and in the adverse slope channel bottom, the slope S0 less than 0, and we cannot define the normal depth Yn in the adverse slope. So like that, the channel bottom slopes in the open channel are classified into these 5 categories. Then last class, I explained the classification of water surface profiles in the open channel. Very important discussion in the unit 2, classification of water surface profiles in the open channel. So please inform your classmates at least to join the class now, because I am going to discuss again about this water surface profiles in the open channel. Very important discussion. In unit 2, this is the most important discussion, the classification of water surface profiles in the open channel. So please inform your classmates to join the class at least now. Please inform your remaining classmates to join the class. Now, most of you are unable to understand what is meant by water surface profile. Most of the students gets confused about this water surface profile. Very simple topic. This top level of water. Check this water flow. The water flow is in the open channel. This water top surface subjected to so this water surface in the open channel is called water surface profile. This top level of water, this is subjected to atmospheric pressure. We call this water surface in the open channel as water surface profile. That is the meaning of water surface profile in the open channel, the top level of water. We call this top of the water surface as water surface profile in open channel. This water surface profile may be in the artificial channel or it may be in the natural channel. So the water surface profile is the water surface, top water surface in the open channel subjected to constant atmospheric pressure over this entire water surface. The pressure is atmospheric pressure. We call this water surface in the open channel as water surface profile. We have different types of water surface profiles. In the open channel, this water surface profile is of different types. I am going to explain in today's class what are the different types of water surface profiles in the open channel. Now check this another image of the water surface profile. This is the water surface profile. The top water level in the open channel. This is called water surface profile. We have different types of water surface profiles. We are going to discuss the classification of water surface profiles. This is a natural channel, river, and this top water surface is called the water surface profile in the river. So that is the meaning of water surface profile. The top water in the open channel subjected to atmospheric pressure is called the water surface profile. In open channels, we classify these water surface profiles into different types. We are going to discuss what is the classification of water surface profiles in the open channel. So go through that classification carefully. The classification of water surface profiles in open channel. In open channels, the water surface profiles are classified based on two criteria. Based on two criteria, we classify the water surface profiles in the open channel. First criteria, based on the channel bottom slope. Based on the channel bottom slope, we classify the water surface profiles in the open channel. That is first criteria. So based on the channel bottom slope, just now we discussed, we have 5 types of channel bottom slopes: mild slope, steep slope, critical slope, horizontal slope, adverse slope. Based on the channel bottom slope, we classify the water surface profiles in the open channel. The water surface profile in the mild slope channel is called M curve. That is first classification. Please go through that classification. The water surface profile in mild slope channels. That means the channel bottom is a mild slope channel bottom. If the bottom of the channel, bottom slope of the channel is mild slope bottom, the water surface profile in that mild slope channel is called M curve. If the channel bottom slope is steep slope, the water surface profile in that steep slope channel is called S curve. If the channel bottom slope is critical slope, the water surface profile in that critical slope channel is called C curve. The water surface profile in the horizontal slope channel is called H curve, and the water surface profile in the adverse slope channel is called A curve. This is one classification. the water surface profiles in the open channel are classified according to first criteria based on the type of the channel bottom slope. In the mild slope channel, the water surface profile is called M curve. In the steep slope channel, the water surface profile is called S curve. In the critical slope channel, the water surface profile is called C curve. In the marginal slope channel, the water surface profile is called H curve. In the adverse slope channel, the water surface profile is called A curve. For example, take this open channel. If the bottom slope of this open channel, please everyone watch this. If the bottom slope of this open channel is mild slope, this water surface, this is called water surface profile. We call this water surface profile in this channel as M curve. So that is the meaning of the M curve, water surface profile. If and all the channel bottom slope, this is a trapezoidal channel. If the bottom slope of this channel is mild slope, then the water surface profile, that is stop water, the water surface profile in this channel is called M curve. If the channel bottom slope of this open channel, if the bottom slope of this open channel is steep slope, we call this water surface profile as S curve. If the bottom slope of this channel is critical slope, we call this water surface profile as C curve. If the channel bottom slope of this channel is horizontal, we call this water surface profile as H curve. And if this bottom slope is adverse slope, we call this water surface profile as A curve. That is one classification. So the water surface profile in the open channel is classified according to the bottom slope of the channel: M curve, S curve, C curve, H curve, and A curve. The second criteria in the classification of water surface profiles in the channel is based on the location of this water surface profile. So observe the second criteria. Based on the location of this water surface profile, we classify the water surface profile as zone 1 water surface, zone 2 water surface, zone 3 water surface profiles. That is the second criteria. First criteria based on the channel bottom slopes. Second criteria based on the location of this water table. Water surface profile. If the water surface profile in the open channel is in zone 1, we call this as zone 1 water surface profile. What is this zone 1 in the open channel? Zone 1 means, listen everyone carefully, zone 1 means the portion of the open channel above the normal depth yn and the critical depth yc. Check this zone 1 location. The zone 1 in this open channel is above this normal depth yn, critical depth yc, that is zone 1. If the water surface profile in the open channel is in zone 1, we call this as zone 1 water surface profile. Sometimes this water surface profile is in zone 2. What is this zone 2? Zone 2 is the portion of the open channel, in between the normal depth yn and the critical depth yc. So check this portion of the open channel. This portion of the open channel is in between the normal depth yn, critical depth yc, whereas zone 1 is above. Zone 1 is the portion of the open channel above the normal depth yn and critical depth yc, that is zone 1. Zone 2, the portion of the open channel in between normal depth yn, critical depth yc. Sometimes this water surface profile is in the zone 2. Then we call this as zone 2 water surface profile. And sometimes this water surface profile is in zone 3. What is this zone 3? Zone 3 is the portion of the channel below. Zone 3, check this zone 3. Zone 3 is below the normal depth yn and also critical depth yc. This portion of the open channel below this normal depth yn, critical depth yc is called zone 3. If the water surface profile is in zone 3, we call that as zone 3 water surface profile. So like that, in the open channels, we have zone 1 water surface profile, zone 2 water surface profile, zone 3 water surface profile. This is the classification of water surface profiles in the open channels. The first classification based on the channel bottom slope, M curve, S curve, C curve, H curve and A curve. The second classification based on the location. If the water surface profile is in zone 1, that is called zone 1 water surface profile. If the water surface profile is in zone 2, what is this zone 1? Understand this carefully. If the water surface profile is in zone 1, this depth of water means from the bottom of the channel to water surface. This is called depth of water, Y. At zone 1, this depth of flow Y is greater than normal depth Yn, critical depth Yc. That is, zone 1 is always more than. Please everyone follow this. Zone 1 is always more than the normal depth Yn, critical depth Yc. That is zone 1. And in the zone 2, if this water surface profile is in zone 2, this is the depth of flow Y. From this bottom channel to this water surface, this is the depth of flow Y. At zone 2, the depth of flow Y is in between normal depth Yn, critical depth Yc. That is zone 2. If the water surface profile is in zone 3, then the depth of flow Y in zone 3 is less than normal depth Yn, critical depth Yc. This is the normal depth in the open channel. At normal depth, the flow is uniform. At normal depth, the flow is uniform. This is the water surface profile at a normal depth, indicated as NDL, normal depth line. This is the water surface profile in the open channel at a critical depth. This is the critical water surface profile, indicated as CDL, critical depth level. So like that, in the open channels, the water surface profile may be in the zone 1, maybe in the zone 2, maybe in the zone 3. So the water surface profile in zone 1 is called zone 1 water surface profile. Similarly, we have zone 2 water surface profile, zone 3 water surface profile. Now we are going to discuss the different water surface profiles in mild slope channel. What are the water surface profiles in mild slope channel? Please everyone keep in mind, the water surface profiles are classified according to channel bottom slope and also according to zone 1, zone 2, zone 3. Now we are going to discuss the water surface profiles in the mild slope channel. What are the different types of water surface profiles in mild slope channel? Coming to this mild slope channel, if the channel bottom slope is mild slope, we discussed already this mild slope channel bottom. If the slope S0 less than the critical slope SC, we call that channel bottom as mild slope. In that mild slope channel bottom, the normal depth Yn is more than the critical depth Yc. Already we discussed in the last class this mild slope channel bottom S0 less than SC. In the mild slope channel bottom, Yn greater than Yc. Since Yn is greater than Yc, in the mild slope channel bottom, we have zone 1 above Yn Yc, we have zone 2 in between Yn Yc, we have zone 3 below less than yn yc. So in the mild slope channel bottom, the 3 zones will exist. This is the water surface profile in the mild slope channel. We know that the water surface profile in the mild slope channel is called M curve. Just now I explained the first classification of water surface profile is based on the channel bottom slope. Since it is a mild slope channel, the water surface profile in that mild slope channel is called M curve. Check this water surface profile in the mild slope channel. This water surface profile, that is M curve, maybe in zone 1, maybe in zone 2, maybe in zone 3, depending upon the depth of flow y. So depending upon this depth of flow y, this water surface profile M curve maybe in the zone 1, maybe in the zone 2, maybe in the zone 3. Check that M curve in those 3 zones in the mild slope channel. So this is the diagram. Just now I explained the first channel bottom slope we consider is mild slope channel bottom. The water surface profile in the mild slope channel bottom is called M curve. Here this M curve water surface profile is in the zone 1. So we call this water surface profile in the zone 1 as M1 curve. M indicates the channel bottom slope, mild slope. 1 indicates the location of the zone. So this water surface profile in the mild slope channel is in the zone 1. So we call this water surface profile as M1 curve. If this water surface profile is in zone 2, we call this as M2 curve. If the water surface profile is in zone 3, we call it as M3 curve. So check this diagram. Here we have the different water surface profiles in the mild slope channel bottom. Since this water surface profile is in the mild slope channel bottom, we call this water surface profile as M curve. In the mild slope channel bottom, yn greater than yc, and in the mild slope channel bottom we have zone 1 greater than yn yc, zone 2 in between yn yc, zone 3 less than yn yc. So the mild slope channel bottom is having zone 1, zone 2, zone 3. If the water surface profile is in the zone 1, we call that as M1 curve. If the water surface profile is in zone 2, we call it as M2 curve. If the water surface profile is in zone 3, we call it as M3 curve. So in the mild slope channel bottom, we have 3 different water surface profiles: M1 curve, M2 curve, M3 curve. Now, how is this M1 curve? How is this water surface profile in the mild slope channel bottom in zone 1? How is this M2 curve water surface profile in the mild slope channel in zone 2? How is this M3 curve water surface profile in the mild slope channel in zone 3? Now we are going to see the nature of M1 curve, M2 curve, M3 curve. This is the water surface profiles, please. M1 is water surface profile in the zone 1. M2 is water surface profile in zone 2. M3 is the water surface profile in zone 3. How they are in the mild slope channel bottom? This is their behavior. This is the water surface profile M1 curve in the mild slope channel bottom. This is a rising water surface profile. We know that in the gradually varied flow, we have 2 types of water surface profiles: rising water surface profile, falling water surface profile. So in this mild slope channel bottom, if the water surface is in zone 1, it is called M1 curve. In zone 1, the M1 curve is a rising water surface profile. I will explain later why this M1 is a rising water surface profile. Check this M2 water surface profile. In the mild slope channel bottom, the M2 water surface profile is a falling water surface profile. If the water surface profile is in the zone 2, we call it as M2 curve. In the mild slope channel bottom, that M2 water surface profile is a falling water surface profile. Then the zone 3. If the water surface in the mild slope channel is in zone 3, we call it as M3 curve. That M3 curve in the mild slope channel is a rising water surface profile. So check these three water surface profiles M1, M2, M3 in the mild slope channel bottom. The water surface profile M1 is a rising water surface profile. The water surface profile M2 is a falling water surface profile. The water surface profile is M3 is a rising water surface profile. So check these three water surface profiles in the mild slope channel bottom. M1 rising curve, M3 rising curve, M2 is a falling curve. In open channels, please listen everyone, in open channels, if the water surface is a rising water surface, we call that water surface in open channels as a back water curve. The rising water surface in the direction of water flow, that is in downward direction, in the direction of water flow, if the water surface in the open channel is a rising water surface, we call that water surface in the open channel as a back water curve. Then in the open channels, in the direction of water flow, if the water surface is a falling water surface like this M2 curve, we call that falling water surface in the open channel as drawdown curve. So like that, drawdown curve. So like that, here we have rising water surface. It is called as rising water surface. It is called as backwater curve. Falling water surface, it is called drawdown curve. So in the mild slope channel bottom, M1 rising water surface, backwater. M3 rising water surface, backwater curve. M2 falling water surface, drawdown curve. I will explain later why this M1, M3 rising curves, rising water surfaces. M2 is a falling water surface. I will explain that later. So check the three water surface profiles in the mild slope channel bottom, M1, M2 and M3. Dear students, if anybody is having doubts, dear students, if you have doubts in this mild slope channel, please ask me. If you have doubts about the water surface profiles in the mild slope, if you have doubts in this mild slope open channel, please ask me. If you have doubts in the water surface profiles in the mild slope channel, please ask me about M1, M2 and M3. Any doubts, students, regarding that M1, M2, M3 water surface profiles in the mild slope open channel? If anybody is having doubts about that M1, M2, M3 water surface profiles in the mild slope channel, open channel? Please ask me. Can you hear my voice clearly? Please give me the response. Anyone?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Clear, sir.
Thank you. Now, if anybody is having doubts regarding that M1, M2, M3 water surface profiles in that mild slope open channel, please ask me. If you don't have doubts, I will move to the second. This is the first one, first discussion, mild slope open channel. Then we are moving to the next channel bottom slope, the steep slope open channel. Please check that steep slope carefully. We know that sometimes the channel bottom slope is a steep slope. I already explained. If the channel bottom slope S0 is greater than the critical slope SC, we call that channel bottom slope is steep slope. We know that in steep slope, the critical depth YC more than the normal depth YN. So check that steep slope carefully. In the steep slope channel, the critical depth YC is more than the normal depth YN. And in this steep slope channel, we have zone 1 greater than normal depth and critical depth, zone 2 in between normal depth and critical depth, zone 3 below the normal depth and critical depth. So like that, in the steep slope channel also, we have zone 1, zone 2, zone 3. Zone 1 greater than normal depth and critical depth. Zone 2 in between normal depth and critical depth. Zone 3 less than the critical depth. The water surface profile in this steep slope channel bottom is called S-curve. We call the water surface profile in the steep slope open channel as S-curve. Then in this steep slope channel, this water surface profile may be in zone 1, maybe in zone 2, maybe in zone 3. So in the steep slope channel also, we have S1 curve in zone 1, S2 curve in zone 2, S3 curve in zone 3. So these are all the different water surface profiles in the steep slope channel. If the water surface profile is in zone 1 means the depth of water flow Y. This is the depth of water flow from the channel bottom to this water surface. This vertical height is called depth of flow. If the depth of flow is greater than the critical depth and normal depth, that is called zone 1. If the depth of flow is in between critical depth and normal depth, that is zone 2. If the depth of flow is less than the normal depth and critical depth, that is called zone 3. So in the steep slope channel, the water surface profile may be in zone 1, maybe in zone 2, maybe in zone 3. Accordingly, in this steep slope channel, we have S1 curve, that is the water surface profile in zone 1, S2 curve, water surface profile in zone 2, S3 curve, water surface profile in zone 3. Now we are going to see what is the nature of S1, S2, S3 water surface profiles in the steep slope channel. This is that nature. In that steep slope channel also, the S1 water surface profile is a rising water surface profile. The S2 water surface profile is a falling water surface profile. The S3 water surface profile is a rising water surface profile. So like that, in the steep slope channel, the water surface profile S1 is a rising water surface profile. So it is called as back water curve. Whereas S2 water surface profile is a falling water surface profile. We call it as drawdown water surface profile, drawdown curve. S3 is a rising water surface profile. We call it as backwater water surface profile. So in the steep slope channel also, S1 backwater curve, S2 drawdown curve, S3 backwater curve. So these are all the water surface profiles in the steep slope channel, steep slope open channel, zone 1 S1, zone 2 S2, zone 3 S3. Then the next channel bottom slope is critical channel bottom slope. Now check this critical slope channel. I discussed in the last class, if the channel bottom slope S0 is equal to the critical water surface slope SC. We call that channel bottom slope as critical slope. So in the critical slope channel bottom, S0 is equal to SC. Then in the critical slope channel bottom, the normal depth yn is equal to critical depth yc, both are same. So in the critical slope channel bottom, the normal depth and critical depth both are same. Since in the critical slope, normal depth and critical depth, these two are same, there is no zone 2 in this critical slope. We have the zone 2, please listen everyone. We have the zone 2 in between normal depth and critical depth. The zone 2 is in between normal depth and critical depth. Please everyone listen this carefully. The zone 1 above the normal depth and critical depth. Zone 3 below the normal depth and critical depth. That is yn by c. Whereas zone 2 is in between normal depth and critical depth. But in the critical slope channel, yn is equal to yc. Since these two depths are equal in the critical slope channel, there is no zone 2 in the critical slope channel. Since there is no zone 2 in the critical slope channel, we have only zone 1, zone 3 in the critical slope channel bottom. Then the water surface profile in the critical slope channel is called C curve. This water surface profile C curve in the critical slope channel may be in the zone 1 or in the zone 3. There is no zone 2 because yn is equal to yc. So in the critical slope channel, the water surface profile may be either in zone 1 or in zone 3. If the water surface profile is in zone 1, we call it as a C1 curve. If the water surface profile is in zone 3, we call it as C3 curve. So like this. So in the critical slope channel, the zone 2 is nullified. There is no zone 2 because yn is equal to yc. So we have only zone 1, zone 3 in the critical slope channel. If the water surface profile is in the zone 1, it is called C1 curve. If the water surface profile is in zone 3, it is called C3 curve. What is the nature of C1 and C3 curves in the critical slope channel? Check that nature. This is that nature. In the critical slope channel, the C1 curve is a rising water surface profile. The C3 water surface profile is also a rising water surface profile. So in the critical slope channel, both C1 and C3 are the rising water surface profiles. So these two are called the backwater curves in the critical slope channel. So in the critical slope channel, we have only two water surface profiles, C1 and C3, because zone 2 is nullified. So in the critical slope channel, this C1 is a backwater curve, rising water surface. C3 is also backwater curve, the rising water surface. So these are the water surface profiles in the critical slope channel. The next one is horizontal channel bottom. This is the horizontal channel bottom. You know that in the horizontal channel bottom, S0 is 0, and in the horizontal channel bottom, this normal depth is infinity. The normal depth in the horizontal bottom channel is infinity. Since this yn normal depth is infinity, we don't have zone 1 in this horizontal slope channel. We have the zone 1. Please remember, the zone 1 is above the normal depth and critical depth. But in this horizontal bottom channel, the normal depth is infinity. So there is no other portion more than that infinity. So more than that normal depth, we don't have any other portion. So in this horizontal bottom channel, the zone 1 is not considered. In this horizontal bottom channel, we have zone 2 and zone 3. The zone 2 is in between normal depth and critical depth. Zone 3 is below the normal depth and critical depth. So in this horizontal slope channel, only two zones are there, zone 2 and zone 3. Whereas in critical slope channel, zone 1, zone 3. In the horizontal slope channel, zone 2, zone 3. We know that the water surface profile in the horizontal slope channel is called H curve. If the water surface profile is in zone 2, it is called H2 curve. Check this H2 curve carefully. In that H2 curve, this depth of water level is in between the critical depth Yc and the normal depth Yn. Then the other one is, if the water surface profile is in zone 3, it is called H3 curve. So like that, in the horizontal slope channel, we have two different water surface profiles, zone 2 H2 curve, zone 3 H3 curve. What is the nature of H2, nature of H3? In the horizontal slope channel, this is the nature. In the horizontal slope channel, the water surface profile H2 is a falling water surface profile. The water surface profile H3 is a rising water surface profile. So this is the nature of water surface profiles in the horizontal sloped channel. H2 is a falling water surface, it is called backwater curve. H3 is a rising water surface, it is called H2 is called drawdown curve, falling water surface. H3 is a rising water surface, it is called backwater curve. So in the horizontal sloped channel, we have only zone 2 and zone 3. Because this normal depth is infinity, we don't have zone 1 in the horizontal sloped channel. We have only zone 2 and zone 3. So we have the H2 water surface profile, H3 water surface profile in that horizontal sloped channel. The water surface profile H2 is a falling water surface profile. It is called drawdown curve. The water surface profile H3 is a rising water surface profile. It is called backwater curve. Then coming to the last channel bottom slope, adverse slope. We know that if the channel bottom slope is rising in the direction of water flow, we call that channel bottom slope is adverse slope. In the adverse slope channel, we cannot define this normal depth Yn. There is no definition of Yn. We cannot determine this normal depth Yn. We cannot indicate the normal depth Yn in the adverse slope channel. Since we cannot indicate the normal depth Yn in the adverse slope channel, there is no zone 1 in the adverse slope channel. The zone 1 is always above the normal depth and critical depth. But in the adverse slope channel, it is not possible to define this normal depth. The existence of normal depth cannot be defined in the adverse slope channel. Due to that, there is no zone 1 in the adverse slope channel. We have only zone 2 in between the normal depth and critical depth, and zone 3 below the normal depth and critical depth in the adverse slope channel. The water surface profile in the adverse slope channel is called A curve. If that water surface profile is in zone 2, it is called A2 curve. If the water surface profile is in zone 3, it is called A3 curve. So in the adverse slope channel, we have only two water surface profiles, A2 and A3. So like that, the water surface profiles in the open channels are classified based on the channel bottom slope and also based on the location of that water surface profile in zone 1, zone 2 and zone 3. Now check the different water surface profiles in different slopes of channels. So in the beginning, I explained what is the meaning of water surface profile. So first of all, you should know what is the meaning of water surface profile. This top water surface is called water surface profile. We call this top water surface in the open channel as water surface profile. First, based on the channel bottom slope. Based on the channel bottom slope, we classify these water surface profiles into M curve, S curve, C curve, H curve and A curve. If this channel bottom slope is mild slope, if the bottom of this channel is mild slope, this water surface profile is called M curve. Now, if the depth of water flow in this channel, dear students, please listen me. If the depth of water flow in this channel is more than the normal depth and critical depth, we call this as M1 curve. That is the meaning of that M1 curve water surface profile. So first, if this channel bottom slope is mild slope, we call this water surface profile as M curve. If the depth of water flow here is more than normal depth and critical depth, we call this as M1 curve. If the depth of flow here is in between normal depth and critical depth, we call this as M2 curve. If the depth of flow here is less than Yn and Yc, we call this water surface profile as M3 curve. That is the meaning. So, depending on the channel bottom slope and depth y, we can separate this water surface profile as M1 curve, M2 curve and M3 curve. Similarly, if this channel bottom slope is steep, we call this water surface profile as S curve. If this depth of water flow is more than Yn and Yc, this is called S1 curve. If the depth of flow is in between Yn and Yc, this is called S2 curve. If the depth of flow is less than Yn and Yc, this is called S3 curve. Similarly, in the critical slope, there is no zone 2 in the critical slope, only zone 1 and zone 3. So in the critical slope, depending on depth of flow, we have C1 curve and C3 curve. Similarly, in the horizontal channel bottom, we have only zone 2 and zone 3. So we have H2 and H3 curve. This may be either H2 or H3 curve. If this channel bottom slope is horizontal, if the depth of water flow here is in between normal depth and critical depth, we call it as H2 curve. If the depth of flow is less than normal depth and critical depth, we call it as H3 curve. Same as the adverse slope. In the adverse slope also we have only zone 2 and zone 3. So we have A2 and A3 curves. So please don't confuse. Curve is nothing but this water surface. This water surface is called the curve. We know that sometimes this water surface is a rising water surface. In the direction of water flow, for example, if you take M1 curve, the M1 curve is a rising water surface. Along this direction of water flow, the water surface gradually increases. That is called backwater curve. Sometimes this water surface gradually decreases in the direction of flow, like M2 curve, that we call it as drawdown curve. So like that, this water surface in the open channels, the water surface in open channels are classified according to channel bottom slope and also according to zone 1, zone 2 and zone 3. Now if anybody is having doubts regarding this classification of water surface profiles in the open channels, please ask me. Even in the reverse also, sometimes along this river at a certain location, not throughout the river please, At a certain location, the river bottom may be mild slope, and at some other portion, the river bottom may be steep slope. Depending upon the depth of flow y, we can classify this water surface profile in the river as M1 curve, M2 curve, M3 curve, S1, S2, S3, C1, C3, H2, H3, and A2, A3 water surface profiles. That is the meaning of the classification of water surface profiles in the open channels. So, in the mild slope channel, so check that mild slope carefully. That mild slope channel may be the natural channel, river, may be the artificial channel. In the mild slope channel, we have three different water surface profiles: M1, M2, M3. M1 is a rising water surface profile, backwater curve. M2 is a falling water surface profile, drawdown curve. M3 is a rising water surface profile, backwater curve. Similarly, steep slope channel, it may be river, it may be natural artificial channel. In the steep slope channel, S1 is a rising water surface, S2 falling water surface, S3 rising water surface, S1 backwater curve, S2 drawdown curve, S3 backwater curve. In the steep slope channel, there is no zone 2. In the steep slope channel, we have only two water surface profiles, C1, C3. C1 rising water surface, backwater curve. C3 rising water surface, backwater curve. Similarly, in the adverse slope, there is no zone 1 horizontal slope. There is no zone 1. In the horizontal slope, we have only two water surface profiles, H2, H3. H2 falling water surface, drawdown curve. H3 rising water surface, backwater curve, same as the adverse slope. In the adverse slope also there is no zone 1. In the adverse slope, we have only two water surface profiles, A2, A3. A2 falling water surface, drawdown curve. A3 rising water surface, backwater curve. So these are the water surface profiles in the open channels. Dear students, if anybody is having doubts regarding these water surface profiles in the open channels, please ask me. If anybody is having doubts regarding this water surface profiles in the open channels, please discuss with me. One 36. Any doubts? Roll number 136. Any other doubts, students? If anybody is having doubts, please discuss with me regarding this water surface profiles in the open channels. Next, I am going to discuss with you about the characteristics of water surface profiles. Just now I explained the different water surface profiles in open channels. In the mild slope channel, we have 3 different water surface profiles, M1, M2, M3. Please check this slide on the screen carefully. In the mild slope channel, we have 3 different water surface profiles in the channel M1, M2, M3. In those 3 water surface profiles, M1 rising water surface backwater curve, M3 also rising water surface backwater curve, whereas M2 falling water surface drawdown curve. I am going to explain in this mild slope channel why this M1 is a rising water surface, why this M3 is a rising water surface, and why M2 is a falling water surface. Similarly, in the steep slope channel also, we have 3 water surface profiles, S1, S2, S3. S1, S3 rising water surface profiles, they are backwater curves. S2 is falling water surface drawdown curve. Then in the steep slope channel, we have 2 water surface profiles, C1, C2. In the steep slope channel, C1, C3, not C2, it is C3, because there is no zone 2 in steep slope channel, it is C1 and C3. C1 is rising water surface, C3 is also rising water surface. So in the steep slope channel, these two are backwater curves. In the horizontal slope channel, we have only H2 and H3. H2 is falling water surface drawdown curve, H3 is rising water surface backwater curve. And in the adverse slope also, we have 2 water surface profiles, A2, A3. A2 is falling water surface drawdown curve, A3 is backwater surface rising water surface backwater curve. So these water surface profiles in the open channels are classified as backwater curves and the drawdown curves. These various water surface profiles in the open channels are classified as backwater curves and drawdown curves. Now, when we call these water surface profiles as backwater curves, when we call these water surface profiles as drawdown curves. So check that classification carefully. We call the water surface profile in the open channel is backwater curve if the depth of flow increases in the direction of flow. So if the depth of water surface increases in the direction of flow, that is a rising water surface. The rising water surface, in rising water surface, the depth of water flow y increases in the direction of water flow. We call that water surface as backwater curve. We know that in unit 2, in the beginning of this unit 2, I explained dynamic equation of gradually varied flow. Please remember that dy by dx is equal to S0 minus SF divided by 1 minus q square t by Ga cube. In that dynamic equation, I discussed with you about the dy by dx. dy by dx is the slope of the water surface with respect to channel bottom. Sometimes that dy by dx is positive, sometimes dy by dx is negative. I discussed with you in the dynamic equation, if the water surface is a rising water surface, dy by dx is positive. Please remember the dynamic equation here. In the dynamic equation, we discussed this derivation of dy by dx. dy by dx is the slope of the water surface with respect to channel bottom. This dy by dx in the dynamic equation is equal to S0 minus SF divided by 1 minus q square t by Ga cube. Even for wide rectangular channel also, I discussed this dy by dx. I discussed this dy by dx in the wide rectangular channel by using the Chassis formula and also by using the Manning's formula. We discussed this dy by dx for the wide rectangular channel. Then if this dy by dx is positive, the water surface is a rising water surface. For the rising water surface, the depth of flow increases in the direction of water flow. Then we call that water surface as a rising water surface. For the rising water surface, this slope dy by dx is positive. So for this backwater curve, the depth of water flow increases in the direction of water flow. So the backwater curve is a rising water surface. Since it is a rising water surface, the slope dy by dx for that water surface is positive. Then the second one is falling water surface. If the depth of water flow decreases in the direction of water flow, we call that water surface as a falling water surface. The falling water surface is called drawdown curve. The falling water surface is called drawdown curve. If the water surface is a falling water surface, this slope is negative. So for the rising water surface, backwater curve dy by dx is positive. For the falling water surface drawdown curve, the slope dy by dx is negative. Here we are using the dynamic equation of wide rectangular channel to discuss this water surface profiles. We are going to use dynamic equation of wide rectangular channel to discuss this backwater curves in the open channel, to discuss the drawdown curves in the open channel. My dear students, can anybody give that formula? What is the dynamic equation of wide rectangular channel according to Terzaghi equation? In the previous classes, I explained clearly dynamic equation of wide rectangular channel by using Chessy's equation, by using Manning's equation. We are going to use those equations in this water surface profiles in open channels to understand either the water surface profile as a backwater curve or the water surface profile as a drawdown curve. We are going to use those equations, the dynamic equation of wide rectangular channel. If anybody remember what is the dynamic equation of wide rectangular channel as per Chessy's formula? Anyone, please give me the response. What is the dynamic equation of wide rectangular channel as per Chessy's formula?
Sir, dy by dx
is equal to
S naught minus SF by 1 minus V square T by GA cube equal to S naught.
That is the general dynamic formula. What you answered is general dynamic formula. That is the dynamic formula of gradually varied flow. Dy by dx is equal to S naught minus SF divided by 1 minus Q square T by GA cube. That is dynamic equation of gradually varied flow. We applied the dynamic equation to wide rectangular channel. In that wide rectangular channel, by using Chessy's formula, by using Manning's formula, we prepare the dynamic equations. What is the dynamic equation of wide rectangular channel as per Chessy's formula? If anybody remember that equation.
Q square equal to C square B square Y cube N S naught, sir.
Dy by dx is equal to S naught into 1 minus Yn by Y whole cube, Yn by Y whole cube divided by 1 minus Yc by Y whole cube. That is according to Chessy's formula in the wide rectangular channel. Now I will show you those equations, please. Please check those equations. These are the equations of dynamic formula equation for wide rectangular channel. I hope you remember those equations. The first equation according to Chessy's, the second equation according to Manning's. Just in the 2-3 classes back, I explained these derivations in the wide rectangular channel. We are going to use these equations to understand the characteristics of water surface profiles in the open channel. Why M1 is a rising curve, M2 falling curve, M3 rising curve. To understand that nature of water surface profiles in the open channel, we are going to use these equations. This is the dynamic equation for wide rectangular channel according to Chessy's equation. This is the dynamic equation for wide rectangular channel according to Manning's equation. So just now I explained the different water surface profiles in the open channels. We know that in the mild slope channel, we have 3 water surface profiles, M1, M2, M3. In the steep slope channel, we have 3 water surface profiles, S1, S2, S3. In the critical slope, we have 2 water surface profiles, C1, C3. In the horizontal slope, we have 2 water surface profiles, H2, H3. In the adverse slope, we have 2 water surface profiles, A2, A3. In those water surface profiles, some water surface profiles are rising water surface profile. If the water surface profile is a rising water surface profile, for that water surface profile, the slope dy by dx is positive, and that water surface profile is called backwater curve. And for some other water surface profiles, the slope dy by dx is negative. They are the falling water surface profiles. In the open channels, some water surface profiles are falling water surface profiles. For that falling water surface profiles, dy by dx is negative. We call them as drawdown curves. Now, if you see those backwater curves and drawdown curves in the open channels, these are the backwater curves. C1 backwater curve, C3 backwater curve, M1, M3, S1, S3, H2, A3. All these are the backwater curves in the open channel. That indicates the water surface profile increasing in the direction of water flow. So please go through them carefully. Check these subscripts 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 3, 3. So if the subscript of water surface profile is either 1 or 3, that is a rising water surface profile in the open channel, we call it as backwater curve. Very, very important, please. If and all the open channel, dear students, please listen this carefully. If and all the open channel, it may be natural channel, river, or artificial channel. If and all the open channel is a mild slope channel. In that mild slope channel, if the depth of water flow is more than normal depth and critical depth, the water surface profile is in zone 1. That is called M1 curve. This M1 curve is the water surface profile in the mild slope channel whose depth of flow is more than normal depth and critical depth. This M1 water surface profile in that channel is a rising water surface profile. The depth of flow gradually increases in the direction of flow. So the water level in this M1 gradually increases in the direction of flow. For example, if that is a river, if this is a river of this M1 curve, the height of the river gradually increases in the direction of flow. I hope you know what happens if the height of the river increases. If the height of the river increases, it causes severe floods. So if the river bottom slope is a mild slope bottom, sometimes along the length of the river at a certain location, the river may have mild slope. If the slope of that river bottom is a mild slope, if the depth of water flow in the river is greater than the normal depth and critical depth, the water surface profile in that river is M1 curve. If the water surface in the river is M1 curve, the depth of river gradually increases in the downward direction because M1 is a rising curve. If the depth of river increases, if the water surface in the river increases in the direction of flow, that causes severe floods in the downward direction. That is the importance of these water surface profiles. So please don't underestimate these water surface profiles. They are very important concepts. Similarly, some water surface profiles are drawdown curves like M2, S2, H2, A2. All these two subscripts indicates the drawdown curve. Drawdown curve indicates the depth of flow gradually decreases in the direction of flow. The depth of flow, for example, take the artificial channel like rectangular channel. If the bottom slope of that rectangular channel is mild slope, then we call the water surface as M curve. If the depth of water flow in that mild slope rectangular channel is in between normal depth and critical depth, the water surface is called M2. If the water surface in the rectangular channel is M2, the depth of water in the channel gradually decreases in the downward direction so that the farmers at the end of channel never gets the water. The end of channel, farmers at the end of channel, because the water height gradually decreasing because it is M2 curve. Once that height of water gradually decreases, at a certain instant, the farmers here will not get the water. So like that, there is a lot of importance of these water surface profiles in open channels. We are going to discuss why these water surface profiles are backwater curves, why these water surface profiles are drawdown curves by using these two equations. By applying these two equations, we can understand the nature of those water surface profiles. This is the dynamic equation of wide rectangular channel according to Chassis. dy by dx is equal to s naught into 1 minus yn by y whole cube divided by yc by y whole cube. The next equation is according to Manning's dy by dx equal to s naught into 1 minus yn by y whole power 10 by 3 divided by 1 minus yc by y whole cube. Y is the depth of flow, yc is the critical depth of flow, yn is the normal depth of flow. By using these two equations, we can discuss the characteristic of water surface profiles in open channels. Okay, students, with this I am going to stop the today's class. We will continue this discussion in the tomorrow class. If you have any doubts, you please post them in my WhatsApp group or you please ask me in the tomorrow class. So I am going to stop the today's class. We will discuss